So so if you want to watch this without me, then I'll put the link in the description. But let's go, and we're rolling.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another work in progress video for the Alundra TAS. I just finished up another dungeon, and I want to show you what I have done and commentate over it. So, as I mentioned in the last part, this boss has changed a bit. I will not show it now, you will have to wait for the final product in order to see it, but I saved another second with a different strat. So, the next dungeon is Magyscar, and there's a lot to talk about in Magyscar. For once, really quick, I unequipped the Earth Book here. It wasn't necessary, but it actually saves time, since having it equipped causes every loading for the room you have it equipped in to be longer. Because I assume it has just to load the sprites in memory somewhere, and that lengthens every load. So you'll always want to get rid of it as soon as you can. But yeah,
What's up,
Magyscar. The theme of the...
What's up, Alundra MM? What's up, yeah.
This dungeon is damage boosts, and as you may notice, we only have 13 max health, and out of that we only have 3 health in total currently. So, although this is just a little shortcut, saves a bit less than 2 seconds. I was glad I remembered that, because I almost forgot, and then I had to redo this part. But yeah, we will manipulate a lot of health in this dungeon in order...
I'm using my microphone because I think it's causing some echo. But the thing is, I'm talking and you can't hear me, so that's kind of a problem. But yeah, I also forgot about that jump there. That's cool.
To do damage boosts all over the... But yeah, we will manipulate a lot of health in this dungeon in order to do damage boosts all over the place. The test doesn't need to do many damage boosts that RTA would do, but it does other damage boosts that RTA wouldn't do. Some of which may be a bit surprising. So yeah, I had about 10 different RNG seeds going on simultaneously with different health values, just to figure out which amount of health was the best. So right there I manipulated this health drop.
Early cycle.
Using the platform in the previous room to save a bit of time. Then damage boost twice here, because it's faster than using the platform.
So there was something that Vaan missed to commentate here, apparently, in this room. And he said that there was something I was supposed to notice that I guess I can ask afterward. But yeah, let's roll.
From there. So there, as you saw, another health drop manipulated. Some didn't waste any frames like this one, I just manipulated it without wasting a frame, and then picking it up also didn't waste a frame. The first health drop actually wasted like 10 frames.
I think I might have to watch that again.
Because it's faster than using the platform there.
Oh, first off, you're hitting these without, like, you don't have to be on the right tile or anything.
So there...
And I like it. It kind of looks like you're throwing both barrels at the same time. It's pretty sick. That's actually what you did. You actually did. Oh, what the? So you.
Because it's faster than using the platform there.
Okay. So you do a wall bounce, pick it up so that it lands under, and then they both go together. That's pretty gnarly.
Another health drop manipulated. Some didn't waste any frames like this one, I just manipulated it without wasting a frame, and then picking it up also didn't waste a frame. The first health drop actually wasted like 10 frames.
It was also fun enough.
But it was definitely worth it. So yeah, 2 more damage boosts here, and another one in the next room. And then I will actually manipulate even more health in this room here. I actually had an RNG seed where I managed to get back to 13 health in this room. But it turned out to be not faster because of all the additional health that I had to manipulate. The damage boost that I would have done instead didn't.
I realize I'm constantly interrupting you, but that's I want to see if that's possible to learn for RTA, like double on the, because you don't really need to switch to sword either. The fire will hit both spawners, but maybe it's like, I guess it's super precise. It was up Dark Knight. Yeah, cool. And then I assume the charge at the end there was just to like cycle the RNG, because it has to do with the particles.
13 health in this room, but it turned out to be not faster because of all the additional health that I had to manipulate. The damage boost that I would have done instead didn't save the time the health took to manipulate. So yeah, doing a sub-pixel jump here to get over to the chest, and then a ledge walk around the thorns in order to not take any damage here. This damage boost here definitely saves time. Although in this room you could do a damage boost, but as you saw I picked up the bomb really early here. Because of that, this damage boost doesn't save time, and for the second wave I'm using the fire wand.
Yo, nice
this damage boost, but
here.
as you saw I picked up the bomb really early here. Because of that, this damage boost doesn't save time, and for the second wave I'm using the fire wand.
Yeah, that makes sense, because after, yeah, you would have to wait for the, if you pick the bomb for the next group. I had this suspicion that you were gonna fire one here. I guess I was half right about that.
Also getting 2 health drops there, because they will be needed. Manipulating the turtles here to walk into the bombs.
Pretty standard.
To not waste time for having to throw the bomb into the turtles. Doing a damage boost here, it saves a bit of time instead of waiting for the thorns to burn down all the way. Which it depends on the thorns if it saves time or not. In this case it did, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, if I wouldn't have picked up a health drop, I would have died by now.
I did not know this, that if you remove this first time around, it's not gonna be here next time. It's another thing I learned. Wow, that's cool. Because you did like a side jumping thing to get rid of this bush the first time around. Very neat.
And so far all of the damage boosts are definitely ones that you want to do. I haven't skipped out of any any damage boost up until this point. So right here we're getting the magic elixir back that we used in Child's Nightmare. Doing another quick damage boost, since it's faster here. But in the next room already, I will not do a damage boost here, as it is not required. And I won't do one here, I actually wait here, as you saw. On the first thorns in that room I didn't have to wait, on the second one I had to wait. But even though I had to wait there, I didn't lose any time. It actually turned out to not waste any time compared to damage boosting through it.
The mud golem here is RNG. You mean the one in the magic elixir room? Or maybe you mean... I gotta think a bit. You gotta be talking about... Oh, you mean the one between the bushes, right? Or, I mean... Yeah, exactly. In this room, right? So, I guess you had to manipulate this guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. You didn't have to do that, I guess. Or maybe you did. That's not what you meant, but you just said that too. So I know it's this one.
Editing the mech. I will not do a damage boost here, as it is not required, and I won't do one here.
I need to check, but I wanted to know if you can see the mouse pointer. Because when I do window capture, I don't think you can. But I guess it's kind of nice. I can point things out.
Wait here, as you saw. Second one, I had to wait. But even though I had to wait there, I didn't lose any time. It actually turned out to not waste any time compared to damage boosting through it. Since the damage boost knocks you back a bit and you lose control over Alundra for a couple frames, and I only had to wait a couple frames. So all in all, it was just as quick as doing a damage boost in that room. So I saved 1 health not doing a damage boost. So yeah, more damage boost in this room, or actually just 1, because it turned out that only 1 damage boost is required to do this room as fast as possible.
That's cool. I figured I would point it out because I think it's kind of hard to catch and I almost forgot about it myself. But you mentioned that earlier on in the task you could have saved a frame here and there by apparently stopping a sprint before a ledge, because apparently you gain like a super tiny amount of speed from the beginning of your slide animation. So I believe you're actually like, when you're running down, you're running and then there's a ledge, you will actually cancel the sprint before the ledge, right? It's super tiny though, but apparently you're supposed to be able to spot it.
So yeah, as you see, we are always low on health in this dungeon, pretty much. So for this room, it's actually faster to just do it like this. It saves about 22 frames. Just light.
I never thought about doing it like that. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to menu or hear anything, so. I keep removing the microphone. But yeah, I never thought about doing it this way, because you don't have to menu or anything if you just shoot them. It's funny. Why didn't I ever do that? You get even like you might save a frame, so I guess it was even like, yeah, right. Really intricate stuff.
The torches with the fire wand instead of doing the puzzle, and that's with optimal movement to the lever. So in RTA it should save maybe like half a second doing it like this. Same for this room. We're not bothering with the torches, just doing it like this. I mean, we have the fire wand, so we may as well use it.
At least I do fire wand that already.
So yeah, already off to the last part of this dungeon. This has been a really quick tour through this. So yeah, this room, it's a bit boring, so I have to come up with something, just throwing bombs, being a bomb machine, and then all 3 bombs are on screen, so I had to do something else. Picking the bomb here saves 1 frame. So the next room, I could have done a damage boost here, and I actually manipulated enough health to do this damage boost through the first 2 spikes. And it is faster. But I couldn't have done a damage boost through the 3rd and 4th spike, because that would have been just too much health to manipulate. The thing is though, if you do this damage boost through the 1st and 2nd spike, which is the best damage boost in this room if you can only do 1, you lose a lot of time because of longer loading, since the sound effects in that room actually make the loading so much longer that the damage boost barely saves any time. Which is why I ended up not doing it.
That's interesting.
So this boss, this is the first iteration I have of this boss, where I get rid of the armor with the fire wand, then get 3 hits in with the with the earth book, and then 3 hits with the fire wand to kill the boss. This wastes 8 frames in total, and the 8 frames are wasted on the earth book cast, because if I would have casted the earth book earlier, I wouldn't have gotten the 3 hits in. I say first iteration because I would have still tried to get the time save of those 8 frames with different RNG seeds. Also, the task just ends there. On top of that, I actually got something I was not happy to find out, that I can cast the Earth Book, get rid of the armor, and still do a triple hit with the Earth Book, which could save up to a second. So I will definitely mess around with this boss again before I continue. So yeah, that was this part. Also, just a quick note. The ticking of the low health sound actually doesn't lengthen loading at all. So I didn't have any penalty here for having low health. But yeah, I will mess around with this boss for a bit more. See if I can get the 3 hits in with getting rid of the armor with just one Earth Book cast. See if I can save that second. But upcoming would be the Sanctuary, which is actually a pretty straightforward dungeon. No RNG, no enemies. Well, it has one RNG room, but we will talk about that once we are there. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Take care.
That was cool. That was cool. Casual sub 8. Yeah, it was really fast. Oh, things went so fast.